stethoscope around my neck because we're gonna start talking about what we left off at real school, and that is our human bodies. What kind of animal are we? You are right, we are humans. Shelly is a turtle and I am a human. So next to me, I have my friend the human, and we are going to peel back his skin and peel back his bones and see what's inside of his body, because this human is filled with the same things as us. So today I'm going to peel back his face. Look at that. This is your skull. This is the bone that's in your head. Can you guys say skull? Good job. So once you peel back the skull, there's an organ we're going to talk about. Does anyone know what this is called? You are right. This is your brain. Can you guys say brain? Very good. And your brain is in your head. And it's in your head, protected by this bone called your skull. So I'm going to give my human back his skin so he looks nice and friendly. There we go. And I want to read to you guys a book, and it's called The Brain Book. And look at the cover. What is that up there? That is a brain, and it's coming out of his head. Now, this is a cartoon. There are not children on your brain looking at it, but I thought this was a good picture. So this is The Brain Book. What is the brain? It is the control center of your body. Your brain is in charge of everything. It tells you if you're too hot or too cold. It keeps track of what you have to do. It helps you remember your favorite color of unicorn, and even lets you know if you're in the mood for pizza. So your brain is in charge of everything, and it keeps track of everything about you as well. You can see in this picture, look, up top he's thinking about unicorns and pizza, and it looks like some temperatures. So let's see. Where is the brain? The brain sits in your skull at the top of your spinal cord. Your brain is wrapped in 3 layers of tissue and floats in a special shock-proof fluid to stop it from getting bumped on the inside of your skull as your body moves around. And if you look at this picture, you can see there's the skull bone, and inside of it is your brain, and it's protected in your skull. So down here you'll see a picture of the nervous system, because that's what body system your brain is part of. So this is another page about the nervous system. And if you look at this picture, do you guys see the brain in his head? And do you see these little blue lines going through this human's body? These are called nerves. They run through your entire body, and they are what talks to your brain. You have nerves in your hands, down your arms, and your back, and those tell you what's going on. So the nerves in our hands would let you know if I slammed my hand and it hurt, it's because the message traveled along my nerves and made it back to my brain that I hurt my hand. So, the nervous system. Your brain gets messages from you all the time. The messages travel from nerve cells all over the body. They travel along nerve fibers to nerve cells in the brain. Your brain is working even when you're asleep. If you get too tired or don't eat enough food, your brain has a hard time doing all that it does. So sleeping and eating are very important for keeping your brain working as it should. Your brain needs energy, and that's what sleeping and eating gives you. So there are 3 main parts of the brain that we talk about. And you can see in this picture, let me get a little closer, there's the number 1, 2, and 3. And those are the 3 parts. So where you guys see this 2, this big chunk of brain, that is called your cerebrum. Can you guys say cerebrum? Good job, that was a big word. So this whole part is your cerebrum. Over here where there's the number 1, I guess I should have started with that, but oh well. This is called your cerebellum. Can you guys say cerebellum? Good job. And the last part of your brain is right here. Do you see this little 3 on this tiny little part? That is your brainstem. Can you guys say brainstem? Good job. You guys sound just like doctors. And so doctors and scientists have found that different parts of the brain are in charge of different things. So we're going to talk about these 3 parts of the brain and the 3 parts of the brain's different jobs. So the first one we're going to talk about is this little part right here. You could see the arrow pointing to it. And this is your cerebellum. Can we say that again? Cerebellum. You guys did great. The cerebellum is in charge of moving the body's muscles, like walking or swinging your arms. This basically means that it looks natural to move and you don't fall over when you try to turn around. So everybody, let's try this at home. Put your hand up. You just use your cerebellum. Put your hand down. Pat your face, tickle your cheek. All of that is your cerebellum, all of your body moving. So the next part is this big, big chunk of brain, and it's called your cerebrum. Can you guys say cerebrum? Good job. So this is the largest part of the brain. The cerebrum has 2 hemispheres or halves. The cerebrum controls voluntary movement, speech, intelligence, memory, emotion, and your senses. So this is the part of the brain where your 5 senses come from. And you can see in this picture here, look, there's an eye there. So this is where in your brain you see from. This part of your brain is in charge of touching and tasting. Over here is where you smell from. And down here is where you hear from. And this is also a part of your brain that holds your memories. So if you guys can think back, think about when we were in school last. You guys just used this part of your brain, your cerebrum. If you're thinking of a memory, you're accessing this of your brain, because this is where all of your memories are stored. All of those things you could remember from your lives. So the last part of the brain that we talk about is called the brainstem, which is the easiest one to say. So why don't we try and say it? Brainstem. Good job. So if you look at this picture, you could see the brainstem is right here. And the brainstem controls a lot of the automatic actions of your body, like breathing, digestion, sleep, and heartbeat. It also connects your brain to the spinal cord and the rest of your body. So down here in this picture, you could see it really easy in green, and there's an arrow pointing at it. This is your brainstem, and this is what connects your brain to the rest of your body. And that was the last page of the book. The end. So that was the brain book. And where is our brain? You're right, it is in your head. So now that we've read the brain book, click on the brain activity if you'd like to continue.